Britain will not align with European Union rules after Brexit, the Home Secretary has insisted, as the UK prepares to leave the bloc on Friday. Priti Patel said the country would take back control of its laws, money and borders and will diverge from EU rules as it carves out free trade agreements. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has warned that the UK's access to the single market would be weakened if it diverged from Brussels rules. But Ms Patel, in an interview with Sky's Sophy on Sunday, said, "In terms of divergence, we are not having alignment. We will be diverging. We want to take control of our laws, money and our borders. And to do that we will not be rule takers, we will be setting our own laws, and that is a fundamental feature of leaving the European Union." However, Brexit Secretary Steve Barclay appeared to adopt a softer approach, saying the UK would not diverge just for the sake of it. He told BBC One's The Andrew Marr Show, "We're coming out of the single market, we're coming out of the customs union. We're not just going to diverge just for the sake of it, we need to look at where the opportunities are. But it is true that we are going to have control of our approach to regulation, and that's the very essence of Brexit, that we can do things differently, particularly where, for example, there is innovation, there is new technologies, there's things where we want to move quickly. Brexit at its very core is that we will have control of our laws, our regulation, and that is why we can't be a rule taker, we need to have that opportunity." He said the UK's objective is to have a zero tariff, zero quota, ambitious trade policy, but to do that in parallel in our talks with the rest of the world, and in particular with the US. Business groups have raised concerns about the prospect of divergence from the single market, after the Chancellor Sajid Javid said last weekend there would not be alignment. Their comments came as Boris Johnson said Britain will become a global, trailblazing country after it leaves the EU, and unveiled the government's full plans to mark Brexit Day. The Prime Minister said he will look ahead with confidence to the future on Friday when the UK formally leaves the bloc, nearly 4 years since the referendum. Mr Johnson will deliver a special address to the nation to mark the historic day, and Downing Street will be illuminated with a light display designed to symbolise the strength and unity of the UK's 4 nations. Union flags will line Parliament Square and the Mall. Government buildings on Whitehall will be lit up in red, white and blue throughout the evening, and a countdown clock will be projected onto number 10's black bricks from 10 p.m. on January 31st. The PM will chair a meeting of his cabinet in the north. For more on this story, visit the news article link.